I'm available for all sort of myitlab courses, MS Excel, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Access Mathematics, Accounting and Statistics, Problems Rock.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we are taking Exp25 Excel Chapter 8 ML1 Course Evaluation 1.1. I will guide you through this video step by step, making it easy for you to follow, and you can done your assignment by watching this video. You can contact me for your assignments, exam, quizzes and for complete course on my WhatsApp and email. My WhatsApp and email are given in the description and shown on my bottom of the screen. I can do all online courses, myitlab accounting, myitlab finance, myitlab Excel, myitlab Word, myitlab PowerPoint, myitlab math, English writing, macroeconomics, web development, C++, Java and many more online courses. You can contact me for your help on my WhatsApp and email. My WhatsApp and email are given in the description and shown on my bottom of the screen. My WhatsApp link is given in the description. You can click on my WhatsApp link and directly come on my WhatsApp chat. My WhatsApp scanner is given in the first slide of this video. You can scan my WhatsApp and directly come on my WhatsApp chat. I am handling many student courses on my myitlab Pearson, Sangage, TAP, MC, Grahil, Similar, Blackboards and many more colleges and universities. Let's start our assignment to solve it step by step. First, we will click on enable editing button. Then we are able to do this assignment. Okay, we will increase the font size of this title first. Then I have highlighted this. Okay, you can read this. Exp25 Excel Chapter 8 Mid-Level 1 Course Evaluation 1.1. Under this project description, you can see your project description to get idea about your project. Then I will increase the font size of this instruction file for a proper view in my video. Okay. Now we will move on question number 1. Question number 1 is that start Excel, download and open the file name Exp25 Excel Chapter 8 ML1 Course Evaluation XLS. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. Okay. Basically in this question, we will have to download Excel workbook from Pearson at the lab dashboard portal. You can download this file easily from your Pearson portal. I have also downloaded this file from Pearson portal. Now I am going to opening my Excel workbook which I have downloaded from Pearson portal. Okay, we will click on enable editing button first. So we will move on question number 2. Question number 2 is that use the frequency function in the range H5 to H9 to calculate the frequency distribution of course evaluation from the range D4 to D35 based on the frequency bands located in the range G5 to G9. Okay. Basically this question we will have to use the frequency function in the range H5 to H9. We will click on cell H9, H5, press is equal to, and then we will enter a frequency function. Okay, we will enter a frequency function. So we will enter course rating is D4 to column D4 to D35. Then we will press bands is G5 to G9. Bands G5 to G9. So we will press enter. It will be find frequency in the range H5 to H9. Okay, you can see I have entered frequency function. Then I have entered this course rating column D4 D35. Then I have entered bands range. Then so we will press enter. It will be show value in the range H5 to H9. So we will move on question number 3. Question number 3 is that use the standard deviation function to calculate the standard deviation between the current value of all course rating in cell H12. Okay, simply we will go to cell H12 and then we will enter a standard deviation function in cell H12. Press is equal to enter standard deviation function stdev.s function. Okay, course rating D4 to D35. Okay, we will press enter, close the bracket and press enter. Then it will be find standard deviation in cell H12. You can see this. I have entered stdev.s function. Then I have entered this range course rating column D4 to D35. So we will press enter. Then it will be show standard deviation in cell H12. Now we will move on question number 4. Question number 4 is that use the variance function to calculate the variance between the current value of course rating in cell H13. Okay, we will go to cell H13, press is equal to in cell H13 and then we will enter var.s variance function. Okay, press is equal to in cell H13 and var.s function for finding variance. Okay, so the value in the range course rating column D4 to D35. D4 to D35. So we will press enter and it will be find variance in cell H13. Okay, you can see first I have entered a variance function var.s function into the course rating column D4 to D35. So we will press enter. Then it will be find, it will be show variance in cell H13. Okay, now we will move on next question of this assignment is question number 5. Question number 5 is that use the correl function in cell G17 to calculate the correlation between GPA in the range C4 to C35. Okay, you can focus on my laptop screen. I am going to do question number 5 right now. Use the correl function in cell G17 to calculate the correlation between GPA in the range C4 to C35 and course evaluation in the range D4 to D35. Okay, C4 to C35 and D4 to D35. Simply we will go to our Excel workbook and then we'll click on cell G17 to find correlation between the GPA and course rating. We will enter correl function first, press is equal to cell G17, enter correl function. Now we will have to find correlation between GPA and course rating. GPA is C4 to C35. C4 to C35 is GPA and then so the course rating is D4 to D35. D4 to D35 is course rating. So we will press enter. It will be find correlation between GPA and course rating in cell G17. Now we will move on. Next question of this assignment is question number 6. Question number 6 is that ensure the analysis toolpath is loaded. Okay, ensure the analysis toolpath is loaded. Create a descriptive statistical summary based on the course evaluations in column D. Ensure labels and summary statistical are included. Display the output in cell G19. Okay, the first point of this question is that ensure the analysis toolpath is loaded. Then we'll create a descriptive statistical summary based on the course evaluation in column D. Okay, we will go to our Excel workbook, go to the data tab. So we will go to the analysis group, click on data analysis button. Okay, create a descriptive statistical summary. Descriptive statistical summary. Where is okay? Here is the descriptive statistical statics. Click on OK button. So course evaluation in column D. Course evaluation input range is column D, D4 to D3 to D35, column D. Okay. So ensure labels and summary statics are included. Label and summary. Okay. Summary statics and label in first row are included. Click on this checkbox. Display the output in cell G19. Go to the output range. click on the output range box, go to the cell G19. Then we will click on OK button. This is good. Now you can see I have done this question so well. So we will move on. Next question of this assignment is question number 8. Okay, you can see I have done 7 question in my video. Total question of this assignment is 11. I just showed